We have fires burning all across Colorado right now. At least 8 fires still burning out of control this morning. Now, the two biggest concerns are the massive High Park fire up north and the Waldo Canyon fire to the south, threatening homes near Colorado Springs.
We've got live team coverage for you. TAC is near the Waldo Canyon fire burn zone. Tyler's at the Incident Command Center for the High Park fire. And Dale is watching that extreme heat for firefighters and really all of us. So let's start with TAC with the outlook this morning for evacuees. TAC?
Well, right now it looks like those evacuees will still remain out of their homes. But let me give you a live look as the sun begins to rise here in Colorado Springs. You can still see the smoke over Garden of the Gods. Over that ridge is where the fire is burning in the Waldo Canyon area. Now, fire crews are very confident that the fire lines they built around the town of Cascade and around that neighborhood on the west side of Colorado Springs will hold. Last night, 7 News crews were able to get some good pictures of the flames as the sun began to set here in Colorado Springs. Now, they did fly over the fire zone last night, and they say the fire is at about 4,500 acres and at 5% containment. But the bad news, some of that wind actually started blowing north near the Air Force Academy, and residents up there said they were not waiting for an evacuation notice.
We've had no formal notification, but we all know that this could happen, so the whole neighborhood has been packing.
Okay, so now right now the El Paso County Sheriff told 7 News last night at a meeting that he believes this may be started by an arsonist. And what he's asking for is anyone who may have been in the Waldo Canyon area hiking on Friday or Saturday to give this tip line a call if you saw anything suspicious. Now that number is 719-477-4205. Reporting live from Colorado Springs this morning, TAC Landrock, 7 News.
All right, TAC, thanks for the latest. 6:02 now. Now to an update on the massive High Park fire. Governor Hickenlooper is heading to the Incident Command Center this morning. In fact, they're in Fort Collins. That's where we find 7 News reporter Tyler Lopez for us. And Tyler, firefighters have another tough day on their hands today.
So many tough days in a row, Mitch. You can see them starting to stir right now. Hopefully they're getting a good breakfast because, yeah, they'll be dealing with red flag conditions, triple-digit temperatures again today. But they're also making progress. Containment is up. A new Type 1 team took control on Sunday. And there's some good news. Buckskin Heights residents got to go home last night, some of them. They're also talking about the possibility of opening Wrist and Pooter canyons to residents, possibly as soon as Thursday. Some roads have reopened, too. And now some extra good news. They get some new aerial support here today. Take a look at this video from the Department of Defense. These are military C-130 transport planes, and they carry a massive payload of 3,000 gallons of retardant. They started flying for the first time in our state this year over the Waldo Canyon fire, where TAC is in Colorado Springs. And we've got half the nation's 8-plane fleet here. That tells you something. In fact, the head of the U.S. Forest Service also says about half the nation's firefighters are in Colorado right now because we've got, like you said, 8 fires burning. This fire, High Park, now 83,262 acres. It's enormous, but it is 55% contained. That's up, and that was done with these red flag conditions. Also, at least 248 homes lost. Also today here at High Park, we'll get a new helicopter, an infrared chopper that can fly during the day to help pinpoint hot spots. That should help because we do have another red flag warning in effect from noon until 9 o'clock. The concern this time is dry lightning. We'll talk to Governor Hickenlooper when he arrives this morning about that new aerial support and also about the price tag, more than $31.5 million to fight this fire, now heading into day 18, guys. Live in Fort Collins, Tyler Lopez, 7 News.
And still no end in sight. Thank you, Tyler. Meantime, we now know what started this devastating fire near Estes Park. Investigators say it started when an electrical line touched a pine tree during high winds, causing sparks that ignited this fire. The fast-moving fire destroyed 22 homes. It burned 27 acres. Residents affected by the Woodland Heights fire were allowed to see what was left of their homes yesterday. For the latest updates on what's burning in Colorado and the evacuation orders in effect, you can, of course, tune in here on 7 News and always log on to thedenverchannel.com.